We are back in the Lethal Garage. We're checking out the 71, gonna do a retune on the motor, basically because when we got it all in, we just tuned it to sit and idle. So now we're gonna get it all set up to drive roadworthy and get this car going. Let's get to it. Today's Lethal Garage video is sponsored by none other than Lethal Garage. Check out our custom flex fuel kits using OEM parts direct from GM. Available for your 6th gen, 5th gen Camaro SS, or your 5th gen and 6th gen Camaro ZL1. Have a Silverado or Sierra, we have those covered too, along with the Cadillac CTSVs, Chevy SS sedans, and many more. Check it out at lethalgarage.com. What's going on, guys? Matt over here with Lethal Garage. Thanks for checking out the channel. As you guys know, we have a 1971 Camaro. We've been working on it for quite a while, but before we get into today's stuff, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys enjoy the content you see on this channel. Likes, comments, shares, all that stuff helps with the crazy algorithm on YouTube. We are trying to get 100,000 subscribers. That is the goal. Got to get that silver play button and make it worthwhile, all these crazy videos we've been posting, but let's talk about it. Well, we got this 71 Camaro. It's the full resto build. We ground up. If you guys are interested in the journey this car has had, it's all here on the channel. But at this point, we've dropped the motor in. It's been in for quite a while, and there was a lot of stuff within the car that I wanted to get worked on and change up and finish. And the interior is the main thing that still needs to be done. But for the most part, the exterior is done. We still have to wet sand the paint, but outside of that, I mean, the paint job's great, but I want it perfect, so we're gonna wet sand the clear, and should shine like a crazy car. I mean, it's shiny now, it looks great now. Eric did a really good job with the paint, but the motor itself, the MSD box still has the limiter on. There's a lot of things that just aren't ready, but we're in the garage here. Mike from Red Barn Racing is on his way back over, and we're just retuning the car so it's drivable. We checked the plugs, and that's actually one thing I want to show you is where we were left off when the car was first set up and how it's been burning, just literally kind of sitting here doing cold starts all the time. Like, I did drive it up and down the street probably a dozen times, nothing too crazy, all low RPM driving, but when you're just starting up the car, revving it up and killing it, that's not great for it. But the spark plugs show the story of what happened. It also shows an issue that I didn't even notice and now is resolved. So let's check out the spark plugs. So on this build, I am running the auto lights, the AP103s, pretty straightforward plug. We got them gapped now at 25. Really nice plugs. This plug is not 25, it's like 42. It's way out there, and you're wondering, that plug's not even used. That's right, that was one of the problems we ran into. And I didn't even notice it until after we changed the plugs the second time. The plug for the coil pack was messed up. So the coil was never firing, and we just had a dry cylinder. Not good whatsoever. It's a good thing we didn't really start the car, really drive it too much with it like that, but definitely something you want to check. Definitely was a cold plug and not bueno here. But you could see the other plugs. If you guys aren't familiar with reading plugs, this is what you would call richer than Elon Musk. Just dark black soot, just the gap was off on it regardless, because when we changed the plugs the last time, I didn't pre-gap them, and that's my bad. But all that being stated, that's a super rich plug. So just really black soot, just grossness, yeah. The other problem we found out is when we loosened it up and checked it out, this bad boy came loose. It wasn't all the way tight. So it was literally just blowing everything out the plug. And again, richer than Elon Musk or Bill Gates, whoever you want to compare that to. Just not bueno. Now, if you have a really lean car, it's going to be kind of that grayish white color instead of black sooty. But I'm not a master at reading plugs, and my camera's not a master at focusing in on the plug, so sorry. Come on, see the plug. It doesn't want to focus, but yeah, that's where we're at. So we got the fresh plugs in. Let's just get to starting up the car and dialing in this tune. So instead of sitting here and watching 1,000 things. Mike, you want to tell them what changed a little bit?
What changed?
Well, with the computer. The car that has no computer with the changes to the computer.
We had a couple limiters in place.
Yeah.
How to fix that?
Should be good now. What is the rev limit now on this motor?
I've only got it set to 7 until we get it on a dyno and get it all set up.
Oh, should be like what, 8,000?
This one here with this cam and everything, we could probably take it to probably right around 74, 75 before that camshaft gives up. But we don't really have enough intake limit for all that.
That's true. Well, you know, if we just continue the no hood gang, we could just go as big as we want, right?
I've got you covered.
I mean, the hood is
Well, no, I've got.
floating.
I still have the big one.
The power plant?
I still have the big one.
Stop it. Just stop.
As a matter of fact, I've got 2 of them.
So we're running a Holley XP950. What was the one that you had on there? Was it a 1350? No, 12.
I had an HP 1050 on it.
1050.
Yeah, I had an HP.
So it was the next step up from this one.
Yes, and it was in a Dominator flange, not the 41.
But how big of a one is on your 632?
That's got a 1475 on it.
Yeah, that's the one that's got the big carburetor. But you know, your pistons are the size of my steering wheel, so yeah.
They're wax dish size.
Well, there you have it. Outside of making the adjustments to the carburetor and taking off all the limitations on the MSD box, Mike's got it all set up. He does have it set pretty conservative considering we haven't put it on a dyno to really dial in the tune. That will come in the future, but now let's just pull the car out of the garage, drive her up and down the street, and see how she sounds and how she feels. Okay, I have to apologize. Brian, who was also here recording the video on his phone, did it in the up and down format, so I apologize. Those videos weren't really the best format for YouTube, but there's the car driving up and down the street. I'm gonna do a full video. I'm gonna see if my GoPro, actually I already know the microphone would get blown out with a GoPro. I'm gonna see if I can get my son to ride with me and hold my phone. For some reason, whatever Apple does with these phones, it doesn't necessarily just blow out the microphone when I'm recording video. So I'll attempt to do a drive in a future video for the first time around the streets and all that stuff. So hopefully it will be good. But thanks for checking out the video, guys. As always, hit that subscribe button, support the channel. And until next time, I'll see you on the road.